Welcome to lesson 1 of your foundation course for psychic development. It's really, really beautiful to welcome you here in this space, and I look forward to going on this journey with you. So today in day 1, you're going to learn what a psychic is and how they work. And you're also going to learn what a medium is and how they work, and the difference between a psychic and a medium. So the word psychic comes from the Greek word psychikos, which means breath or air. A psychic works here in this world, in this reality, by connecting their energy body to the energy body of somebody else's and reading the energy body of somebody else or of an object. They do this by opening up all the chakras of their energy body and then connecting in with the energy body of the other person and giving them a reading either about what's gone on for them in the past, what's going on for them in the present, or potentially what could go on for them in the future. They can see into somebody's energy body or aura by opening up their third eye, their psychic seeing or clairvoyance, or they could do that via clairsentience, which is to feel, claircognizant, which is to know, or clairaudient, which is to hear. A psychic can also taste and smell psychically. So a psychic, as I said earlier on, can tell you potentially what can happen in the future. And the reason I say potentially is because we all have free will and free choice. So if a psychic looks at your energy body through their third eye and they can see an illness there that may arrive in 6 months' time, let's say, even though that illness is there now, it's showing itself to the psychic as a potential. If the client makes changes that are actually causing the illness to happen, it could prevent the illness from happening. So it's like an illness is coming in, no, it's going out, because actually, it doesn't vibrate at that frequency anymore. So as an example, if somebody was, let's say, in a demoralizing job and they felt really stressed and hated going to work every day, and let's say they ate McDonald's every single day and their diet was really not nutritious at all, those could be factors that could have caused the potential illness in 6 months' time. So from my perspective, it's far more helpful for a psychic when they're giving a reading to see potential future things that could be happening, but also simultaneously to give advice, guidance, tools, techniques to help the person to move through any of those blocks that are in their system right now. So if that person then decided, let's say the person went to the psychic, they got told that about their potential illness, the psychic then said to them, if you look at making nutritional changes or maybe have an open and honest conversation with your boss, or perhaps even leave that job because it's not in alignment with your soul, that client then could make choices based on what he or she has heard in that session and then make changes for their future. Because of course the future is going to reflect the present moment. A psychic could use tools to help them to see into the energy body of the person. So for instance, they could use a pendulum or dowsing rods. They could use tarot cards, runes. They could also use or do something called psychometry, which is holding on to an object associated with that person. So it could be any object. It could be a crystal, it could be maybe a piece of jewelry. But when the psychic holds onto the object, they can then receive psychic impressions from that object that are relating to that person, assuming that that object belongs to the person, of course. So the first psychic reading that I had was at the College of Psychic Studies in London, probably about 2001. It was a very, very long time ago. And I was going through many transitions and changes in my life at the time, and I just wanted some guidance. I wanted some more insight into what was going to be the next best steps for me in order to really live the life that my soul was here to live. So I'll go and see the psychic at the College of Psychic Studies, and she wasn't really getting much for me in the beginning. And then about halfway through the sessions, she said to me, do you have an object that belongs to you that I could hold on to that could help me give you this reading? So I scrounged around in my handbag, and inside I found my blue rosary that had been gifted to me at the age of 10 years old at my first Holy Communion. And so I handed her the rosary, and she put the rosary in her hands. And it was as if a dam wall had opened and the water was flowing out. This flow of consciousness just began to flow through her, and she tapped into my energy body in a far deeper way than she'd been able to before. And by doing that, she could really feel and see into what was congruent for my soul, what my soul really wanted to experience in this lifetime, and how could I do that. And she also gave me tools, tips, and techniques in order to move beyond the blocks that I was experiencing that time in my life. But not only that, she actually connected mediumistically as well with the woman who had gifted me that rosary. It was many, many years before, as I said, and she'd already passed over, this woman who had gifted it to me. And so the psychic, who I then discovered was a medium as well, was able to connect with her. So that was really beautiful and a really profound reading. And it will always stay with me as to how helpful, really, really helpful a psychic reading can be when you're wanting to gain more insight into your life and you just need a little bit of help in order to move forward. Which brings me on to, what is a medium? So, like I explained earlier, a psychic works in this reality. They will open up their energy body, they'll connect to the energy body of the client or an object, and they can give a psychic reading to that person on what it is that they're sensing, feeling, or seeing in the energy body. A medium, however, opens up their channel of energy and extends it upwards or downwards to become an open channel to receive information of a higher wisdom and knowledge from other worlds. So the psychic works in this world which is called the middle world, and a medium can work as an intermediary between the worlds. We have an upper world, we have a middle world, and we have a lower world. And the medium can work in between all of them, right? So they are like this person who's able to create a bridge between the different worlds and to bring through communication to people in this world. So they can connect with your loved ones in spirit. They can connect with animals who may have passed over, ascended masters, angels, archangels, basically any form of life that exists outside of this ordinary reality in the metaphysical world is what a medium will be able to connect with. So they'll connect with these beings and they can bring through spiritual wisdom and insights, and they can also bring through spiritual healing from these ascended beings in other worlds. And that's actually how a shaman works. So the word shaman means one who sees and one who knows. And a shaman is also a being who can travel between the worlds. They will travel into the upper world. A lot of the time a shaman will travel into the lower world to connect with the ancestors, the power animals, and the elemental spirits. But they can travel into the upper world as well, connecting with higher guidance from ascended beings there. So a medium is quite similar to a shaman, but a medium is not necessarily a spiritual healer, whereas a shaman, of course, will be the healer as well. So that's the difference in how a psychic works and how a medium works. Out of interest, can you have a think about What are the 4 most common themes that people come to see me about? Think about that. What would be the 4 most common themes in life that people come and see me about as a psychic? Have you thought about it yet? You've probably guessed. Love relationships, or any type of relationship really, but mostly love relationships. Their career or purpose, their health, and money, their finances. There are many things that we need to do for our energy body in order for it to be clear and clean, because we need to have a clear and clean energy body, of course, when we're working as a medium or a psychic. One of the things that we can do to clear our energy body and to make sure that it stays really pristine and open is to do meditation. Meditation is going to be essential when you're on this path of psychic development, because what it's going to help you with is decluttering this mind of ours. Most of us are thinking so many thoughts all day long, and most of the thoughts that we're thinking are based in the past, based in the future, and they're not relevant to us whatsoever. It's clutter. And we need to learn how to declutter our mind so that we can open up to the higher mind. We also need to know how to declutter the mind so that we can cleanse the energy body. The reason why is because whatever we're thinking is going to affect our emotions, which affects our energy body. So we become more masterful in what we're thinking. We create more space in the mind. We create more space in the energy body. We become a clearer channel for spirit. And we also become a clearer and more pure energy body to connect with other people's energy body. So throughout this course, I'm going to share with you lots of different tools and techniques to help you to clear your mind and declutter, as well as other techniques to help you to tap into your psychic awareness. And today we are going to do a beautiful mindfulness meditation, which is going to help you to become a real observer to your thoughts. So you can do this meditation as often as possible. I would suggest daily if you can, because the more you meditate, the easier it's going to become for you to become the master of your mind. So join me now in the meditation. Allow your body to settle into a comfortable position. Place both feet on the ground and sit up with a straight spine. Place your hands on your knees, either face up or down, whichever feels most comfortable for you today. And now bring your awareness to your breathing. Together we will take 3 deep breaths in and out. Breathing in through your nose, long and slow. And sigh it out. Breathing in through your nose. Sigh it out. And one more time. Allow your body to relax even more. As you bring your awareness to your head, notice how your head is feeling. There's no judgment, just an observation. How does your head feel right now? Moving your awareness onto your neck. How does your neck feel right now? Your left shoulder, left arm, left hand, left fingers. Just bringing awareness to all these parts of your body. No judgment, just noticing. Right shoulder, right arm, right hand, right fingers. Observing how your upper back feels. Your shoulder blades. Your spine. Your lower back. Bring awareness to your chest and notice how your belly feels. Your left hip, left pelvis, left leg, left knee, left ankle, left foot and toes. Your right hip, right pelvis, right leg, right knee, right ankle, right foot, your right toes. Now bring awareness to your whole body. Whole body awareness. Your whole body. And let go. Notice if you can feel the energy of your body. Some feel this like a tingling or a spaciousness or a sense of lightness. And bring your awareness now to your thoughts. No judgment, just noticing any thoughts that you might have, drifting in and drifting out. You can say internally to yourself, I notice that I am thinking about that, and I choose to let that go. Always choosing to bring your awareness back to your breathing. and allowing your thoughts, noticing them, just noticing them, letting them go. You are becoming an observer to your thoughts. I am observing my thoughts. On your in-breath, you could say to yourself internally, I am still. And on your out-breath, I am silent. Slowly start bringing your awareness back into your body. Take 3 long and slow breaths in through your nose, sighing it out through your mouth. Bring your awareness to your feet and connect to the floor beneath your feet. Gently moving your feet and your toes, moving your hands and fingers, gently moving your head from side to side, rolling your shoulders back a few times and forwards a few times. Stretching your body and opening your eyes. Welcome back. I look forward to joining you for lesson 2, where we are going to talk about the chakra energy system. We're going to talk about the aura, your energy body, and you're going to do an experiential exercise where you're going to feel your energy body. Much love.